I have to start the video out by admitting I had a little bit of trouble with this question. What games do you like to play in the fall? There aren't really any games that I like playing in the fall that I don't also like to play any other time of year. If you subtract Halloween from the question, which you did, people associate fall with early evenings and cooler temperatures. And I play almost all of my video games in an air-conditioned basement with a Star Wars poster over the only window. So it's always cold and dark down here. It's not any easier when I think back to my childhood because I played most of my games in a basement back then too. We were a family of 8 living in an old farmhouse, and my older brother Joe and I were forced to play our Atari VCS on a 13-inch television in the basement. I guess I'll have to change the question for myself to what game do you most associate with creepy old basements? Regardless of the time of year. Haunted House on the 2600 is the game that I most associate with creepy basements, because the basement in my childhood home was really creepy. To start off with, it was well over 100 years old, and everybody that lived there thought it was haunted. The basement was dark even during the day, and there was this room with a dirt floor that I swear to you we actually found bones buried in once. The furnace, well, if you imagine the furnace from the Burbs, you won't be too far off.
This is no ordinary furnace.
It might seem silly to you now, but I can remember being afraid the first time I played Haunted House down there. I was 5, maybe 6, and my brother and I had just bought the game from Kmart that evening. It was dark, quiet, the flames from the furnace cast an unearthly glow some places and eerie shadows others, with nothing but the orb of light cast from the tiny television to protect me from the horrors lurking just out of sight. I don't know what it is, man. There is just something about the artwork on this box, combined with the atmosphere of that old cellar, and the almost heartbeat-like sounds coming from the speaker of that tiny television, that inspired my imagination to conjure creatures in the dark. I have never personally experienced anything that I couldn't explain away, but to this day, I cannot shake the feeling that there are always unseen eyes watching me from the dark.